Hey guys, it's Melanie. Welcome back. I hope you're having a fantastic day. All right, so we are continuing on with the best of 2022, and today we are going to tackle skincare devices. I am personally a huge proponent of, supporter of at-home skincare devices. Now, do they give you the same results as an in-office treatment or a cosmetic procedure that you would have done by a plastic surgeon? No, I think you have to have very realistic expectations when it comes to at-home devices. And I think at-home devices are really best geared towards people who, one, have realistic expectations, and two, maybe don't have super severe issues or concerns quite yet. Because here's the honest truth, like a microcurrent device is not going to give you the same results as a facelift. It's just not. And I view devices as a way to sort of help to maintain the way that my face, skin, all of this looks right now. So just kind of slowing down the aging process. In the case of some devices, I have seen some pretty darn good improvements, but for the most part, I am just looking to slow down the aging process, help sort of keep things where they're at right now. Eventually, it might get to the point where if I'm in my 60s or 70s, I may want a facelift. I may not give a flying hoot at that point. I don't know. But as for right now, I find that the devices, for the purpose that I'm using them for, are working really, really well. Now, you have to be honest with yourself. I know that there are a lot of influencers out there that are pushing different devices, and you need this, and this is the latest iteration of this. If you are not the type of person who is willing to make the time, willing to use the products consistently, willing to use them the way that they are recommended, for whatever reason, whether you just don't have time, or you're too tired, or you just don't have the energy, whatever it is, be honest with yourself, because don't buy that device. Spend your money on something else. Maybe go spend a day at a spa, or take yourself on a beach vacation. Maybe that is more rejuvenating to you, But I do think you have to be honest, because a lot of these devices can run several $100s. And in the case of certain ones, you certainly can get up there into the thousands of dollars for an at-home device. So be realistic. If you are not going to follow through with the device, then don't buy it. That's my biggest piece of advice, because you're just gonna have a graveyard of stuff underneath your bathroom sink that is just gonna piss you off every time you look at it. So if you're not going to be committed, if you don't have the time, if you don't have the energy, if you get bored easily, don't do it. All right, you guys. So I will put links to everything that I am going to be sharing in the description box right below this video, so you can go read up more about these devices yourself. In the case of at least one of them, I do have a discount code. So the link that I put down there for that particular product is the automatic 5% discount code. It shows up when you add an item from that particular website to your cart. So, but this others, well, yeah, I have a discount code for this one as well, but the other ones I do not. So let's get into it. Now, these are mostly in no particular order. And quite frankly, I think for at least 3 of these, I could probably easily live without them, get by without them. But as of right now, if I lost any of these particular devices or they futzed out on me, I would totally repurchase, because they have become an integral part of my routine. I find that these devices help with the overall tone and texture of my skin. They help with keeping my skin look a little bit more youthful. They help to give me a glow. One of them really helps to provide some super deep hydration to my skin. One of them gives me a great temporary lift. So let's get into it. I'm gonna get started with my number one, and I feel like you probably know what it's gonna be. I've done several videos on this particular topic. It's my red light device. Now, I have been in love with the Mito panel for, it's been a couple years now. I absolutely love this device. I will not be without it. Now, I actually saved up. I was saving for quite some time because initially I was like, oh, I'm just gonna get like the next panel size up. But then I thought, I really wanna do like full body treatments. And so I was saving and saving for being able to buy like a full-on body device for Mito. Thing is, I had some stuff come up in my family, and for right now, I need to save that money in case I need to give it to a family member to help pay for something. So I have not purchased it. However, once that situation gets settled, literally, I'm gonna go for it because the benefits of the red light, for me, this Mito Pro 300 panel, which is the one that I have here, this was where I got started with Mito. It really helped to rejuvenate my skin. Red light therapy is not something that you're going to see instant results from. It's one of those really great maintenance things where if you are already at a great place with your skin, it is just going to continue to help in terms of keeping you at that place longer. But I really think that it helped to reduce a lot of fine lines. I think the overall tone and texture of my skin is vastly improved. I do use the panel with a green tea serum, either the Isntree or the Maysama. And what that does is, green tea is a wonderful antioxidant, so it kind of helps to minimize any of like the free radicals that you might be getting from the red light therapy. Plus those are both just great serums to have anyway. And lately I have started using my LED every single morning. After I put on my morning skincare routine, which for me consists of a lot of really light essences and toner type products because I have oily skin. So I don't put a lot of heavy stuff on my skin in the morning, just at night when I'm going to bed, and it doesn't matter. And so I've been using this with some of my other skincare. Now, it's all stuff that is very light. I allow it to absorb into my skin for about a half hour before I go sit in front of the panel. And by the way, I use the red light and the near infrared on this as well. You have an option on the side here where you can pick your mode. You can pick just red light, you can pick just infrared, and you can pick both together. I just do both together. Now, I am only doing about 8-minute sessions in the morning, and I literally just sit here at this desk and put the panel in front of me and let it kind of bathe me in the light. I find that it helps to calm my mind. It helps to relax me. I just noticed such great benefits from it, just overall in terms of the skin benefits, in terms of the like inside health benefits that I notice. When I'm consistent with the red light, I think overall my mood just feels a little bit better. It's a great way for me to take some time in the morning to just meditate, because when I am using this thing, my eyes are closed. Sometimes I'll be listening to something in the background, but oftentimes it's just quiet. It allows me to center myself, and I think it is a great start to my day. You don't have to use this for more than like 10-15 minutes to see the benefits. Because I've been using it so long, I feel like I can get away with a slightly shorter treatment time at this point, and I still see a lot of the same great benefits continued on. And I love this thing. Honestly, like if someone came into my house and stole this tomorrow, I would immediately go and purchase at least this guy again. Totally worth the investment. The overall quality of the Mito panels, I think, are incredible. Obviously, I haven't compared to any other companies, but I started with this. I love it. It works. If it's not broken, I'm not gonna fix it. So anyway, I look forward to hopefully at some point this year investing in the whole situation. Oh, I can't wait. Oh, it's gonna be glorious. I cannot wait. It's also really great for muscle recovery. So if you work out, look into red light. There's so many benefits, so many. Next, All right, well, I'm gonna go with the second item that I could not live without. Like this is, and it's a cleansing device. Now, honestly, I still have my old Clarisonic. I purchased a bunch of brush heads when I found out they were going out of business, so I still use my Clarisonic. Cleansing devices in general, for me, for my skin type, are the best. I have very tough skin, I have very oily skin, I have enlarged pores, and for me, I have always found that a cleansing device works better than using just a washcloth or using a flannel or using just my fingers. I understand that there's a lot of people who have very sensitive skin who cannot use devices, in which case, don't buy a device. However, for me, I feel like I need it. When I don't use a device for a couple days in a row, I can tell immediately. My skin feels a lot more congested. It just doesn't feel like it gets as clean. Now this year, I was introduced to the brand new Foreo Luna 4 Go. I think that's what it's called. So this is just a little travel guy, and I did receive this in PR, but this is fabulous. I took this with me to Hawaii. The thing that is the most amazing about this current iteration of the Luna devices is the amount of time that you can go between charges. I'm talking months. I have had this for months and have not once plugged it into the wall to recharge, because you just stick it in there, put it, you know, charge it up. It is good for months. I don't remember exactly how many months, and it was either like 6 or 9 months. It was a ridiculous amount of time, a ridiculous number of uses that you get out of one full charge. So for that alone, Foreo is a big fat winner. Also, these bristles on this are silicone, obviously. Silicone is great because it does not harbor bacteria. So once I use this, I just take a little bit more of my face wash and do a quick wash, and then I let it air dry. This, it's just fabulous. It's small, it travels easily, gets my skin super clean. And someday when I run out of my Clarisonic brush heads and I have to retire the device, this will be my #1 go-to. Like I will just use this and I'll be totally fine with it. I've tried some other devices that have this like silicone type texture that are similar in format, but I think that the Foreo definitely does it the best. I find that this is very powerful, it's very effective, but it's also gentle. It's insanely gentle. If you have sensitive skin and you want to try a device, this would be the one that I would gear you towards. They even have a full size, like sensitive silicone device. I don't know how they could make the bristles like any softer, but maybe those are even softer. Like these are just, I mean, it's like petting a bunny. It's just so soft, right? I will not ever be without a skincare device. And for this year, discovering that new little Foreo Go, it's fabulous. Love it. Highly recommend. All right, the Droplet. This is one of those devices that I do not think is a necessity. It is a luxury type thing for sure. You don't need this. However, I love my Droplet. And this year I did have to have my device replaced once because it futzed out on me. But like I got a lot of life out of my first one before mine petered out. Now there is, they are continuing to revise and improve the device. And so if you are having any issues with yours, contact the company. They will literally either try to help you problem solve or they will send you in a device. I subscribe to the 30 count of the monthly delivery of the collagen capsules. That is my preferred formula for them. I did try their growth factors last year. Growth factors are wonderful, but they're one of those things that you're not going to see amazing results from right away. I think the growth factors are too expensive for me to maintain on any kind of monthly basis, but they are something that I would absolutely consider again if I were to have a procedure done, whether it's Morpheus or, you know, some other type of laser. This I think could be really, really beneficial, especially with their growth factors. I have a discount code for them. If you're interested, I will put that in the description box down below. But this device has been one that I have continued to use throughout 2022. The collagen formula is fantastic because that acts as my moisturizer for the morning. And it hydrates my skin to a degree where I don't feel like I necessarily have to use another moisturizer. I use some other like niacinamide and, you know, some stuff like that on my face in the morning, maybe some BHA. But for the most part, like my hydration comes from the collagen capsules, and it is deep, amazing hydration. I did not take this with me to Hawaii when we went in December, and I missed it. I just thought like, oh, this is just another thing to pack, and I had kind of a small suitcase, so I left it at home. And I really saw a difference in my skin. It just wasn't as supple looking. It wasn't as hydrated. That being said, you can also just use a moisturizer to do all that as well, right? Like for me, it's just a moisturizer is just a little too heavy for the daytime. This works really well for me, but I do not think this is one of those things where you have to rush out and get it and it's heavenly and you can't be without it. You know, it's definitely one of those like luxury products, but I like it a lot, and I maintain that monthly subscription because it's fabulous. All right, this was the year that I got away from using my EMS devices, and I decided to switch over to microcurrent, and I have the Foreo Bear here. Now, I've been using this for a while. I still have not done a dedicated video to it. It'll come at some point this year. Last year, towards the end of the year, there was a lot of stuff that I wanted to do, but I just didn't have like the mental bandwidth to like commit to doing it. So it's still to come, but I love the Foreo Bear. This is so much more gentle than a lot of my EMS devices, which I do think have a place. But at this point, I figure my skin and, you know, the overall like tone and like laxity isn't like bad, like it's still fine. So I figured going down to something that's a little bit more gentle like a microcurrent would be much less aggressive, a little bit more comfortable. I can tell you this is a lot more comfortable than a lot of my EMS devices. So, and I just have been using this sort of along my jaw as well as here, like at the tops of my cheekbones. It's very easy to use. It's quick. I used the Foreo serum, but you can also just use whatever conductor you want. So I have the one from NuFace as well. I really like that, and I just bought it in like a big tub of it. Works really well with this. But if you're looking to try the Foreo serum, that's wonderful as well. Both of those you can just like sort of rub into your skin after use, and they're great because they contain a fair amount of hyaluronic acid, and they just help to hydrate the skin a little bit more. But definitely, I think going forward, at least for the time being, I'm gonna leave my EMS devices sort of to the back and continue on with microcurrent. I just really like the results that I'm getting, and I think it really has helped to kind of define my jaw a little bit more and just help to give me a slightly more youthful look. Do I think that this is something that someone in their like 70s or 80s should purchase to get like a ton of lift or to help like, you know, make your skin look a lot more taut again? No, I think if you're at that point and you really want to do something that is dramatic in terms of results, I think you would probably want to go to a cosmetic surgeon. I am not like advocating for that. I'm just saying if you are looking for really drastic results and you have a lot of like problems with your skin, the microcurrent is probably not going to give you what you're looking for. So instead of spending that money on a device like this, start saving for a more, I guess, invasive procedure. I don't know. I'm sure I'll get crap for saying that. But the thing is, there are some women that want drastic results, and you're not gonna get them with a device like that. So be realistic. Okay, next. This is my Tripolar device. Now, I have the Tripolar Stop VX as well. This is just the regular Tripolar. This has radio frequency, and radio frequency is definitely something that I have continued with this year, and I find that it really helps to tighten the skin sort of all over. Is it dramatic? No. Again, if you're looking for dramatic results, you can try some in-office radio frequency and you'll probably see a lot better results. It's also a lot more invasive. It's a lot more intense if you're doing it in office, but that is definitely a route to go if you're looking for more dramatic results. Now, if you're just looking to maintain something that you did in office at home, this would be a fantastic way to do it. This is very easy to use. You just kind of go in circular motions. I use the Tripolar gel that came with the device. I recently purchased another container of it. You plug this into the wall so you have continuous, you know, flow of juice to this, I guess. This isn't something that you charge up. And you just go in slow circular motions, and there's an indicator light that tells you when it's time to move on to the next area. It heats your skin up very gently and then helps to just give you a more youthful look to your skin. I really like radio frequency. I will continue to use it this next year, and I'm a big fan of the Tripolar products. If you've never tried them, these are really high quality, and I think they're very effective. Now, I do have a little bit of a bonus because this is something that is like way unnecessary, but I've had this for a while, for a few years, I think actually. And I just recently started pulling it out towards like the middle end of 2022 again. And I really like this device. It is the Foreo UFO. You don't need this. I'm just gonna tell you that right now. But I do love using this because it just feels nice. It has this T-sonic vibration. It has some different light therapies that are in here. So there's a red light, there's a green light, I think there's even a blue. Does this do anything super dramatic? No, I think most of your sheet masks, if you just use those and maybe use like a massage roller over top or something, you're gonna get the same results. But it's just kind of a fun thing to have, and every once in a while I'll pick up like a couple boxes of the masks. And the Manuka honey I absolutely love. The green tea is wonderful. The acai is really great as well. If you're looking to splurge on something that's just kind of fun and extra like this, and you have all the other devices, I would say this is kind of a fun one to check out. You just charge it and then you're good to go for a number of uses. It's really comfortable in the hand, and you actually have an app on your phone that you run this through. So you select which of the masks you're using, and then the device actually customizes the treatment. So that's really nice. I don't know, I think it's really fun, and again, extra, not a necessity, but something that I really started enjoying using again next year, and will definitely use throughout 2023 as well. So anyway, you guys, those are my top devices from the last year. Let me know what your favorite skincare device is in the comments down below. Again, check out the description box. I'll be putting links for everything. Also, let us know if you don't use any devices and why that is for you. I'm always interested as to why people kind of stay away from them overall. So let me know that in the comments below as well. I hope you guys have a great rest of your day. Stay tuned for more of the favorites of 2022, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Take care. Toodaloo.